Hey there everybody, Aaron here, and welcome to Digimon World 2! So we're gonna start the second Digimon World game. And as I've mentioned in a couple of videos, this was actually my favorite Digimon game for a long time. And probably still is. Hey guy! Let me through, I got to seize the leader. Hello Mr. Zudokorn! It's nice to see you. And let me see, you're a cadet tamer. Your name is Batman. Well, I guess we can't do that, so we'll go with that. You're Maz, aren't you? Please go right ahead. The Blue Falcon leader is waiting for you. So, the first part of this is we have to do a I think it's a test or something, but it's basically the tutorial to teach us how to play the game. So, as your training is almost over, you'll be a real tamer when you finish your last training mission. Then you can join a guard team. Okay, Mr. Zudokorn, I'll do my best. So, I ran a poll a while ago to see what you guys wanted me to pick for the guard team, and it was Black Swords, so we will be starting with them. Or we'll be joining them, I guess. Blue Falcon leader, here is Maz. Zudokorn, I've been waiting for you in Cadet Maz. This is your last training mission, Maz. I'm glad that you made it this far. When you are done with this training mission, you can join a guard team as a tamer. Yay! And we can work as a defender of the digital city. Go to Boot Domain and destroy Leomon hiding there. Alright. So this game is quite a bit different from Digimon World 1. As you will see, this is a turn-based RPG for one thing, as opposed to monster raising sim, I guess? I don't know what you'd call that necessarily. Whereas Digimon World 1 was more about raising your Digimon, kind of like Tamagotchi, like the original way Digimon came to be. This one is closer to like Pokemon or something, where you collect Digimon. So yeah, he's just explaining the Digibeetle and stuff here. It's easier to for me to just show you once we get going. So this early part is very talky, and so this first episode is probably gonna be a little dull. So here's the world map. We will be adding more areas that we can go to as we play. And so basically we go to dungeons, and that's what this is here. And every spot costs energy to move, so I'm ready. So you move one at a time, but so now you can see there are Digimon here. We can see what they are. They're viruses. And here we'll fight. Hopefully this game won't be too laggy, I guess. I haven't tested it much yet. So these are not the Digimon, like we won't be starting. These are just the Digimon. These are technically Zudokorn's Digimon. So there's different kinds of attacks, as you can see. There's straight up attacks, which is what these are. Counter attacks only activate if that Digimon is hit by an attack. Interrupts interrupt, and assists are healing and things like that. So like this one's good because it hits everybody. See, we have healing. In this battle, it doesn't much matter. since these are basically training ones. If you notice though, all 3 of these guys are data types, so at least as they're categorized by this game. So, but this is how it works. You have 3 Digimon out at a time. Your Digibeetle, as you get you upgrade your Digibeetle or your tank, you can carry more. I think up to 6 or something like that. So you can swap Digimon out and while you're in the dungeons when they get tired, basically. So we just need to get through this first dungeon, and then things will pick up quite a bit. And I think there's only a couple fights in here. It really is the whole point of this really is to just teach you how to play the game and without having to worry too much about hurting yourself. Yeah, so it's a floor portal. And a lot of the dungeons in here are, a lot of the floors in most of the dungeons are randomly generated. There are some of the domains where the last floor, which is what is indicated by the change in the walls here. A lot of those are set specifically, but a lot of the previous floors will be randomly generated, so it'll be different when we go there. At least I believe that's what it is. I could be wrong, I guess. It's been a long time since I've played this game. So basically what he's explaining here is that floor tiles of this... Each Digimon has a specialty, an elemental specialty, and so the floor tiles match it, and you get bonus damage and all that fun crap. Really, it's pretty irrelevant for the most part. It's great when you can take advantage of it, but really all that does is half the time when you fight a boss Digimon in a domain, they will be on the floor tiles that gives them a bonus. Whenever you see those long hallways with the elemental tiles in it, that tells you you're right in front of a boss on this floor. So now we have to fight Leomon! Here we go. This fight won't be too difficult. So as you can see, this has a lot more Digimon in it than Digimon World 1 did. For one thing, Megas are actually in this game. Hold on. No. If I remember right, Leomon actually uses... Leomon uses counterattacks, so... So there are Megas in this game. There is Vmon in this game as well, but he's the only one of the Season 2 Digimon that is in it, and like Guillaumon is not in it and stuff yet, as this game came out before that. Oh, dang it. So counterattacks, when you don't get hit by anything, you do get to use them, they just aren't as powerful. When they're used as proper counterattacks, they do a lot more damage. Yeah. Fist of the Beast King is a counter, I do remember that. I may not remember a ton about this game, but I remember that. We'll just Ice Blast him. Mainly because it'll take Toy Agumon out. Or it should, anyway. See, this will do a lot more damage than it did before. Psh, God dang it, dude. Freaking miss. Alright, we'll get him on the next round anyway. We actually probably would have knocked him out there if Casaramon had actually hit something. So there we go. So that's that. Now we have to do a bunch of running around town. I think we have to talk to all of the tamers, all of the guard stations before we can actually pick it or something like that. There's a lot of silly crap that you have to do before you can really get going in this game. It's the exit portal. So we'll get to where we I'll call this episode once we actually join our team, so that the next episode we can actually start doing something. I know that makes for a boring episode, but hey, it's the first episode. Well done, Maz, you passed the last training mission. Yay! Now all you need to do is join a guard team and become a real tamer. You did very well. But in order to defeat the wild Digimon, you must train harder. We don't even technically have a partner Digimon yet, and he's already telling us we need to train harder. Tamer must belong to one of the 3 guard teams to be an active tamer. So our Digibeetle won't be nearly as cool. But you upgrade it as you go, you buy upgrades and stuff, so. Yay! There's also an arena-like place in here that we have to do to pass tests to be able to upgrade our Digibeetle's body and all this fun stuff, so this is going to be a really long game playthrough, just because this game is a long game. It's an old school RPG, so they it's one of those where it's not shocking to spend hundred some hours playing it. So we're in for the long haul on this one, guys. Okay. We have to talk to all of them, so we'll just circle around, and then we get to pick the one we actually want to join. So the point of this is this shows us that this is the Gold Hawk place. This shows us that Agumon is who you get as your partner here. This is the vaccine guys. We could talk to a bunch of people, but we're not going to. My name is Vandar, guard team leader of the Gold Hawks. We fight for honor and justice. That is what this guard team is all about. We make items to help all vaccine-type Digimon. Feel free to look around. If you think this guard team is for you, come and see me. So that's that one. We have to go talk to the Blue Falcons. So there's some other stuff that we'll talk about too as we go. Movement is all based on a grid, by the way. If you haven't noticed that. That's why you don't have free movement. It's like I can't go... You can go diagonally in the dungeons, but not in one here. So these guys are the Blue Falcons. They get with Patamon. Deal with data types. Cecilia, the blue team, jeez, the guard team leader of the Blue Falcons. Can't read. Our guard team fights for the freedom and harmony. We develop items to support the cause of all data type Digimon. Feel free to look around. So we're joining the virus guys because that's what was picked. Blue Falcons were the next closest. But ultimately it won't matter because we'll get to a point in the game where we can actually use all Digimon, so it won't make much of a difference in the end. It's more of just a style thing and how you start out kind of thing. Like we'll be stuck with mainly virus and data type Digimon for a while. And I'll explain that later. Skull. I am the Black Sword Guard team leader, Skull. We fight for power and authority. That's what this guard team is all about. We develop items to support the cause of all virus-type Digimon. Our team is tough. If you want to train hard and better yourself, choose Black Swords. Are you ready to join our guard team? That's odd. We should. We might have to go out and come back in. We should be able to. Yeah, here we go. I was gonna say we should be able to join it because we talked to everybody else. Feel free to look around, check out the other guard teams too. Yes, sir, the Black Sword leader. Thank you, sir. Yes. The oath for joining our guard team. Yay! And we get a Digimon as our partner. What's funny is all of the Digimon partners say the exact same thing here. So that was kind of a missed opportunity to actually add some flavor, depending on the Digimon, but they didn't. They all say the same thing, so... Okay, so I already know what we're gonna call this guy. It's not particularly ingenuitive, but there's a reason. I'm gonna call him that. It's a nice name. I will do my best. First mission. Must go to the SCSI domain and defeat the wild boss. And here are our rivals for the game. You the new kid I heard about? Joy, and he is Bertrand. To be honest, I think they probably should have just made them from the different teams just to make it more interesting, but... So, that will do it for this episode, everybody. Let's see, I think I have to... Here we go. I have to figure the controls out again. Okay, we can't save quite yet. I think we have to go outside the city and we can save. There we go. So that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. In the next episode, we're actually going to get some stuff done, and I will explain a few more things. I just wanted to... We need to do this episode and kind of get the exposition out of the way and get our team figured out and all that fun stuff. So the next episode will be a lot more interesting. But hopefully you enjoyed this nonetheless. Oh wow, the save is still on here. That's funny. I'm just going to overwrite this. It was a cheaty save that I had that I was using for another video I was going to make, and then I didn't end up doing it, so anyway. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for this episode. You can find my social stuff in the description below. If you would like to check out my Patreon and take a look at that, that's there too. That's going to do it for now, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.